Should you use a chirp wheel or a foam roller for lower back pain? I'm Dr. Dave Candy. I'm a board certified specialist in orthopedic physical therapy. And in this video, I'm going to give you a review of a chirp wheel and compare it to a foam roller and tell you the similarities and differences when using it for lower back pain. Now, this chirp wheel, my wife actually wanted it for a Christmas present. I had never heard of it, but I figured as long as we had it, it may be useful to make a review video. So if you're looking at potentially buying one, you can learn from our experiences and help you decide if it's worth it for you to get it versus just using a foam roller. Now, the similarities between the two is that this 6-inch chirp wheel that we have, it's roughly about the same size or diameter as a foam roller. The chirp wheels do actually come in several different sizes. There's a 12-inch, a 10-inch, and the 6-inch, and then a smaller 4-inch one for your neck. They do sell them in sets where you can buy multiple different sizes. And the thought process behind that is the smaller diameter ones like this, they give you more pressure. There's more of kind of an acute angle there versus a larger diameter wheel. It gives a little bit more stretch and not as much pressure. So if you're looking for more of a superficial massage, a larger diameter wheel may be something that you want. We kind of like more pressure, so we got the smaller one. But what are the similarities between the foam roller and the chirp wheel? Well, you use them both in roughly the same manner. You roll up and down them, so you put your spine on it and roll back and forth. And I'll show you that in a moment. The difference, however, is there's a little groove in here for the spine. And when you're using this specifically for your spine, for your upper back or for your lower back, it gives you space where your spinous processes can kind of sit in that groove, so it's not quite so uncomfortable as you're rolling over those. Additionally, it allows these parts on the side to get a little bit deeper into the muscles around it. Now, these are padded. They kind of squish in a little bit. They do make padded foam rollers. This one is just regular foam, though, so it's kind of hard. So it is a little bit more comfortable to have this padding on the chirp wheel and have the groove in the center. The downside of it is that this is really, we found it just to be good for back pain. And it is really pretty good for rolling your back. The foam rollers do have a little bit more versatility. You can use them on your IT band, you can use them on your lats, you can use them on a lot of different places. And so it is a little bit more versatile. Foam rollers, just standard foam rollers like this, tend to be a little bit less expensive as well. You can get some padded varieties as well, and those tend to be a little bit more pricey, probably a little bit closer along the lines of the chirp wheel. So those are the differences between the two. I'll show you how you use them, and then I'll tell you the differences in what I feel as I'm using one versus the other. So first, I'll use the foam roller. And you just want to lay on it and then kind of walk backwards and then roll back and forth. Now, if you're using this for lower back pain, it can be kind of uncomfortable to roll over your lower back, particularly if you allow yourself to create extension in your lower back, which you don't want to do. So it is really good to roll along your upper back here. And you can actually kind of sometimes get little pops out of your spine. Now, one downside when you're rolling by your shoulder blades right here is that the foam roller, it kind of gets hung up on your shoulder blades. So you don't get to that area between your spine and your shoulder blades. If you give yourself a tight hug like that, you kind of spread your shoulder blades out a little bit. But for me, I still don't really feel this in the groove around the spine. It's more on the shoulder blades itself. As I get to the lower back, if you do want to roll on your lower back, you want to make sure you keep your stomach muscles tight so that your back's not hyperextending over the foam roller. Now, for the chirp wheel, you want to get on it by placing it right by your buttock. Have the groove kind of right in the center of your spine so that your spinous processes go into that groove, and then lay over top of it. And then you can walk up. And so here, because it's not as long as the foam roller, I can get the spots between my shoulder blades a lot better. And so if you're using it primarily for upper back problems or shoulder or pain between the shoulder blades, the Chirp Wheel probably is the better option for you. As you get down lower in the back, here, I don't notice as much of a difference. The groove got a little bit off, so I need to reset it there. There's probably a little bit deeper of a pressure with the foam roller. Again, I'm sorry, with the Chirp Wheel. Again, because it allows the spinous process to sink in a little bit deeper. But the biggest difference I notice is up between the shoulder blades. Now moving down to the lower back, if you want to roll in your lower back, same principles apply. You got to keep your stomach muscles flexed. And to tell you the truth, in the lower back, I really notice not a whole lot of difference at all. So in summary, if you're using a Chirp Wheel versus a foam roller for back pain, in the lower back, when you're actually rolling on the lower back itself, I didn't notice really much of any difference between the two. In the mid back or the kind of lower thoracic spine, the Chirp Wheel did allow to get a little bit deeper of a pressure and a little bit deeper of a massage. And in the upper back between the shoulder blades, that's really where I'd say the Chirp Wheel is the hands down winner. So whether or not you should buy a Chirp Wheel versus a foam roller, that's kind of up to you. If you want a little bit more versatility, being able to use it a few more places, then the foam roller is probably your best bet. If you are particularly looking for something to help you get a little bit better mobilization in your upper or middle back, particularly between the shoulder blades, then the Chirp Wheel is probably your choice. So hopefully you found this video helpful. I will put links to both of these products down below, and if you feel like this video helped you decide between the two, click on one of the links and it'll take you to where you can purchase those products. Thanks for watching and have a great day.